Born and bred in Tuscaloosa, not raised in Baton Rouge. Didn't ride no wagon train to Norman or to Boone. They said I'd never make it, just a name they overlook. Now I'm burning up their game plans and ripping up their books. No 5-star shine, no silver spoon. I came up grinding on a Friday night moons. Now they feel me coming like a 4th down blitz. Got them talking sideways, throwing fits. But I must admit, I can't quit. 'Cause I'm the outlaw, college football. Ain't no stripes can hold me back. I don't need their legacy or no booster money stack. I don't bow to no tradition. Ain't no handshake deals I need. I'll just play for fire, and the will to make them bleed. I ain't on your media darlings list. No Heisman hype, no clean-cut script. But every time that whistle blows, I leave my soul out on that road. They talk about dynasties and brands, but I built mine with my own hands. Ain't got no statue, no parade, just broken dreams and lines I've laid. I'm the outlaw, college football, the storm they never saw. I don't fit their pretty picture, but I still outrun them all. Don't need no love from ESPN, just a line to cross and dirt to win. Yeah, I'm the outlaw, the rebel in this brawl. I ain't here for fame.
Woo! That's not the whole song, but it's most of the song. I'm going to go ahead and try to jump right into it here today. We're going to talk a little Alabama versus Oklahoma. It's finally here. It's the Two Crimson Nations week. We're going to have a lot more of these coming in the future. I would have ever thought Alabama and Oklahoma would be in the same conference and be rivals, but they are. And last year, they whipped our ass, 24-3. So this year, hopefully we'll get a little revenge. It's on homecoming. Sort of playing with fire like that, right? But I'm going to go ahead and bring up some clips here in just a second to celebrate both Crimson Nations. Clips from Barry Switzer, Bryant, Nick Saban, Bob Stoops, those kind of guys that are part of the history of the Two Crimson Nations. And I'm also going to touch on the Alabama game yesterday. There's some stuff that really aggravated me. Some Alabama fans are okay with how the game went. Yes, it was a win against LSU, but we all know that this is not the same LSU team that Alabama usually faces. So I got some issues with how Alabama's been playing in the second half. But before I do all that, I'm going to bring in one of y'all's Oklahoma Roughnecks, old Killer Breeze, to get the input from a Sooner so we can actually have Crimson Nations on here, Alabama and Oklahoma. Welcome in Killer Breeze to his house.
What's happening? You're gonna have to let me know. Let me know if my internet, man, is bad tonight. I've got some reasons to think that it may not be great. So if I start freezing up, let me know.
All right, I'll go ahead and give y'all a taste of what y'all have got to expect coming to Alabama. It's been a while since Oklahoma's been here, so things have changed a little bit with the stadium. We did a lot of good pyro stuff, and we got a pretty intimidating entrance now. One of the guys on ESPN, who's an LSU graduate, said that it even rivals LSU's nighttime experience now, maybe even better now. So I'm going to let y'all check this out real quick. So you hit the right button. Here we go. Now, this is just an entrance of the tech crew. You'll hear them saying these random numbers as Alabama's coming out onto the field. It's sort of aggravating in a way, but it's still pretty cool.
Start to walk with.
Good stuff, Mac.
Fire me up. 13, take 13. Take 21. Read 4. Take 4. Read 5. Take 5.
Coach Dole's going nuts.
Take 6. Ready 4, take 4. Ready 5, take 5. Ready 4, take 4. Ready 1, take 1. Ready 6, take 6. Shake on 7, just a hair. Ready 4, take 4. Ready 5, take 5. 7. Ready 6, take 6. Ready 2, take 2. Ready 7. Ready 6, 6. Ready 7, take 7. Start the walk.
That was just a little taste of what y'all got to be in store for coming into Alabama. I know y'all went into Tennessee, but I think Alabama's game day experience tonight is surpassed Tennessee, to be honest with you. But yeah,
It looks good. It doesn't surprise me at all, man. I would
the whole
expect
Tech thing was aggravating. I tried to find a clip without that stupid bitch's voice in it, but I couldn't find a clip while they're in it. That shit was aggravating me. I was like, shut the hell up.
Yeah, she's annoying. That's for sure. She's definitely annoying. But yeah, I'm not surprised. I would expect nothing less from Alabama and Tuscaloosa to put on a great game day atmosphere. That doesn't surprise me at all.
Just think of the legendary coaches that coach these two universities, just the history that's about to come forth at Bryant-Denny. Really didn't think about it too much last year when we was playing. I just sort of dawned on me, like, look at all these great coaches. And Alabama and Oklahoma together probably have more championship coaches than anybody.
I mean, you have both schools have, how many does Alabama have? 4 coaches that have won national championships, so it's got to be more than that. But Oklahoma's got 3.
It's 5.
5, yeah. So, I mean, you got 8 national championship coaches between the two schools. 25 plus national championships. Probably 85, no, it's probably more than that. It's probably 95, conference championships between the two. I mean, you just got a ton of college football history between these two programs. So it's going to be fun to watch them line up together on Saturday. I was hoping for a little bit of a different game between Alabama and LSU leading Oklahoma into this one. I didn't get what I was hoping for.
Yeah. Everybody was pretty happy. Some people were happy with that game because it was LSU, but LSU is not LSU. They're only in name only. Or they LSU right now. They're in huge disarray. Like I said in my short of done today, we played South Carolina last week. They weren't very good. So you could chalk that up to, well, Alabama just come off of 4 ranked wins in a row, so they probably looked past South Carolina. But you had a week off to prepare for LSU. And you come out there and you shit the bed in the third quarter like they always do. And it's getting on my nerves, man, because we end up playing a team that's not, got Alabama in their head like LSU and Georgia do. We did against Georgia. We went up 24-7 and ended up in 24-21. Didn't score a damn point. And this has happened numerous times. It's a consistent theme with Kalen DeBoer to come out in the second half. And there might be a few fire games, but for the most part, I'd say 70% of the time we come out and just shit the bed in the third quarter and don't do anything, man. And playing a team like even Oklahoma, we play like that against Oklahoma, we're going to get our ass beat. If we play like that against someone like Ohio State, we'll probably get beat by about 3 or 4 scores in the second half if we play like that. So, I don't know. It just got me aggravated a little bit. It's the constant second half just misery. I mean, we don't do anything in the second half.
Yeah, like I said, man, I was surprised. LSU definitely had their chances. And DeBoer did a few things that surprised me too. Going forward on that first fourth down was kind of surprising to me a little bit. And so it was just a different game in some ways was a different game than I thought it was going to be. I'm just surprised. I think it was closer than I thought it was going to be.
Well, if your team is good at one aspect of offense, you would usually want to try to open up with that to open up the other part. Usually they use that term for running teams. Run the ball to open up the pass. Well, in Alabama's case, the pass is better for them. So what they need to do is open up passing the ball or do like they do in those 2-minute drills. We've had 2-minute drills at the end of halves in like 3 or 4 games this year that we've scored.
Yeah.
Boom, in less than 2 minutes, less than a minute sometimes.
Yeah.
So I just don't get it how you can score 17 and 24 points in the first half and then not score nothing at all or 3 points in the second half.
Yeah, it was definitely it was surprising to me. You know, it was very surprising to me. You know, I just with Alabama playing at home, I just thought it was going to be a little bit different. You know, I was surprised that you know, I don't know how if we want to start breaking the game down already. I guess we can, but I was just man, does it look like Ty Simpson has kind of taken a little bit of a step back a little bit with his passing game? Am I reading that wrong? It just didn't seem like
He's a little shaky and a little happy feet there lately. He's been overthrowing people and underthrowing. I mean, it just seems a little bit off to me.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. I just thought, man, I remember watching him a few weeks ago, and I think I even told you this. I'm like, God damn, man, that guy, he was looking really good. Body, you know, everything, body language, play on the field, all of it. And he just quite the same.
To be fair, I'm going to go ahead and play an Oklahoma clip too here because I got a few clips I'm going to play today. Try to get everybody fired up for this thing.
There you go.
This is the Oklahoma City locker room with a guy who you'll probably recognize his voice.
Everybody listen up. Everybody listen up. I want to tell you something. They talk about Sooner Magic and luck and all that. I want to tell you something. For 4 quarters, this football team dominated them. Offensively and defensively, the whole ball game. I tell you what. Everybody and every coach gets a game ball.
That's the king, baby.
That was your boy, Barry Switzer, giving every single damn body in the locker room, even the water boy, got a game ball that day.
He was the man, dude. I listen. I don't care. I'm sure a lot of people will ridicule this. I love Barry Switzer even more today than I did when he was the coach at OU, and I loved him when he was the coach at OU. I just love that dude, man.
Yeah, I mean he had some zingers, man, and he's been on talk shows before locally in Alabama. One guy named Ryan Fowler, he's sort of a Christian type guy, and he regretted having Barry Switzer on. Let's just say that because Barry is, and he's got a potty mouth sometimes, and he let me roll that day. He sounded like he might have been a little liquored up that day.
He might have been. Might have been, man. His dad was a moonshiner.
Oh, snap. I'm going to go ahead and share another clip, this time from Alabama. Go back and forth here for a second. Then we'll break down the game, if you don't mind.
Yeah, let's do it.
This is Nick Saban. He had a little bit of a zinger. Justin Sade, who plays for Ohio State, now used to play for Alabama.
One point I'd like to make about Julian Sayin is he was at Alabama, and the coach at Alabama played him on the scout team for a whole year. What a dumbass.
That guy's the greatest of all time, though. And earned his keep and earned his way.
Yeah, appreciate Saban. Yeah, appreciate Saban being able to take care of himself.
I think Saban is getting, you can see it. I mean, he's getting more and more comfortable. Not that he was ever uncomfortable, but he's really finding his, his TV persona, right? Because it's not the same as his coaching persona. Or maybe we're getting a little bit of a glimpse at what his coaching persona was like behind closed doors, because he's funny as hell. And he's the kind of guy you can tell he'd just be awesome to hang out with and just shoot the shit with all night long.
Yeah, there's a clip of him running out of gas on the lake. I don't know if you saw that. Right? He had some players out on a recruiting visit, come out fishing on Lake Tuscaloosa and run out of gas.
Oh, really?
They was giving him hell about that. We're like, I thought you paid attention to detail. You couldn't put gas in the damn boat.
Oh, that's great. That's great, man. That is awesome.
This next clip, I just pulled this up randomly. It really has nothing to do with this game. But I thought it would be funny. It's your boy Bob Stoops ripping on somebody. Bob's pretty good at ripping on people sometimes in a backhand kind of way where it's like they can't say he was blatant about it. He says it to where, you know, it pisses him off a little bit. I'll bring it up real quick for you.
You think we're going to struggle filling the stadium with the teams we're going to have coming in? So, you know, there's a whole bunch of things if we want to play tit for tat that we could say, but I'm not going to be the one saying. Bottom line is we're going to be in a strong position and it's going to be exciting filling our stadium and Sky Suites with the teams we're going to have coming in.
And that's a shot at Okey Pokey Chokey, who's been whining, bitching, and complaining, wetting their diaper since Oklahoma left behind in the left behind conference.
Yeah.
I guess Gundy had said something about you need us on their schedule so you can sell your tickets. No. Oklahoma don't need you on their schedule to sell tickets, bro. Y'all do. Y'all need Oklahoma. And yet probably even Texas to some degree. So just saying, I mean, ever since Oklahoma and Texas left, how many conference games Oklahoma State won?
How many conference games this year? Yeah, 0.
Last year too, 0.
That's true. That's true that they haven't. That's true. It's been almost 2 full years.
This season is not over yet. I think they're like 0-14 since Oklahoma left. I thought they were going to dominate, man. I thought they were going to run with it.
It was the perfect opportunity for them, man. It really was. It was set up good, and and again, I thought Mike Gundy was going to finally take advantage of Big Brother being gone, and it just went the complete opposite way for him. It's the most bizarre thing.
I thought, yeah, this is their time. Their time is now. Oklahoma's Texas time was up. It's like the John Cena song. Your time is up. Our time is now. You can't see me. Well, we
That's
can
right.
see you. We can see you.
Yeah, that's right.
Losing left and right now, Mike Gundy's gone. I'm a man. I'm unemployed. There you go.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
I'm 55. I'm 70. I ain't got a job.
I'm unemployed and 40.
Oh, by the way, the first batter up tonight was Thunder OU Center. Surprise, surprise.
Big shot.
Although yesterday someone beat you to it the other day. It was 1989 M. Actually broke his hold on it. 1980 M broke the streak.
I know Kevron couldn't have been too far off the lead there too.
I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, actually, I think he was the second person in here. He always comes in here. He's a Clemson guy. I guess they need to start talking about Clemson more. By the way, Clemson did win the shit bowl. They beat the fake Indians yesterday. Probably got Mike Norvell close to that unemployment line.
Dude, they actually. I watched a fair amount of that game. I mean, I don't know, not a ton of it, but I mean, I watched some of it. So, their offense, they put up some points yesterday, but man, their defense sucks, man. I mean, it's bad.
You said that Alabama would win by 10. Go ahead.
Do you think it really is possible that Venables was a big part of Dabo's success? I mean, man, the defense has not come close to being anywhere near what it used to be.
It's like an Arsenio Hall moment. Things that make you go,
But
you might have had about maybe this much to do with it.
I mean, it just seems like, I mean, I really didn't think. I mean, again, I don't like Dabo, but I respected what he accomplished as a coach, and they just haven't been able to get anywhere close to where they were on defense with Venables there, and they have been able to get close to what they had under God. Now I can't remember what that offensive coordinator's name was who left the year Venables left. Damn it, what was his name? It was Oh God, was it Rich something? Anyway, somebody help me out in the chat. Who was the offensive coordinator that won those national championships with Dabo and Clemson? He left the same year that Venables left, if I remember correctly.
Who's that?
Who was the offensive coordinator when Venables was the defensive coordinator at Clemson? They both left the same year.
The guy that went to Virginia, the head coach
Yeah.
of Virginia.
Was
Tony
his name?
something. Tony something, I think.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. It was Tony. It was yeah, that's right.
If y'all don't mind, smash the like button, share us out, comment more, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That's all that shit's free. But we can't take donations because we got demonetized December 14th for resharing what?
Charlie Kirk videos.
I shared some Charlie Kirk TikTok videos and YouTube demonetized me December 14th. So now we have to take donations through Cash App and Venmo. You'll see it coming across the bottom scroll down there along with the Gold Club members. $20 JPC316, JPC316 on Venmo.
Hey,
Yeah, hit the
before we-
like is most important right now.
before we get into the game, let's talk a little bit about the line and the betting aspect, at least of it. The line has opened up. Well, actually, the spread, the point spread is 6.5. Bama is given 6.5 to Oklahoma on the point spread, and let's see what the
That's one of them baits like you was talking about the other day. That's one of them baits.
Actually, check that. Maybe it's gone up.
Let me check it out real quick, or you got it?
It's at 7.5 on ESPN. I don't know. Vegas might have it a little bit different. I read that it started off at 6.5. Maybe it's gone up a point already. I thought it was at 6.5.
I'll look it up real quick.
I know it started at 6.5 at some point in Vegas because I read that. So unless ESPN either has their own line spread, which they probably do. But interestingly enough, do you know that is the lowest point spread Bama has had at home against an opponent other than Georgia and I think LSU in 2023? That's the lowest point spread for an Alabama opponent, at Alabama.
Of course, we've been playing like shit, man. It wouldn't surprise me if Oklahoma comes in there and beats us the way we've been playing. Just saying.
I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing.
Y'all been doing it to me all week. Here, y'all been doing it to me all week. Ever like playing possum on me? They'd be like, Oklahoma fans be like, yeah, as long as we win 2 out of these 3 games, we can lose to Alabama and still make the playoffs. And what they're really thinking about is we're going to beat Alabama too. I know what y'all doing. Y'all the one doing it to me first.
Yeah, that's why I said. That's why I said that.
We're both playing it off like, we can't. We might lose this game.
It's so true. It's so true. I have this whole week. I've been like, man,
last year and y'all beat us by 21. Y'all did that to us last year.
Well, that's the thing that sucks is that, there's no catching y'all off guard because of last year for sure. So, I mean, Ty Simpson, I read an article with Ty Simpson talking about it. And so it's certainly, Alabama's not going to be caught off guard, but the main thing is going to be, if Oklahoma can stop Alabama's run, which I do think they have a chance.
That won't be hard. That won't be hard at all.
I think they have a chance to do that. If they can stop the run and get some pressure on Simpson, then they got a chance.
LSU's got a decent defense. Now they had that one bad game against A&M, but for the most part, LSU's had a good defense all year, and they rattled him.
I mean, man,
fumbled the ball.
LSU's defense yesterday played good enough to win that game. I mean, honestly, they held Alabama to 20 points on the road. Like, so in my opinion, that you can't ask a whole lot more of LSU's defense in that situation. LSU's offense should have been able to score more than 20 points, but they couldn't. And they've been a train wreck all year. Nussmeier's been a train wreck all year. He's finally got benched. Think about how crazy that is. Nussmeier was a 4,000-yard passer last year. He was talked about as possibly going as the number 1 overall pick at some points. Leading candidate for the Heisman at some points. Best quarterback in the SEC at some points. And now he's not even starting.
The guy they brought in, Van Buren, looked pretty good, man. The guy come from Mississippi State, done well. I forgot they even had that guy. They probably should have pulled this plug a long time ago, but maybe it was a Brian Kelly thing. Brian Kelly, maybe he just did not want to put Van Buren in, and now that he's not there, maybe we get to see Van Buren play. Lonesome Darkness says the game should be a low-scoring defensive kind of game. Alabama could certainly lose this game, especially if they don't play well. Yeah, of course.
Well, look at not to jump off to a different game, but talking about maybe they should have pulled the plug and put Van Buren in a while back. Look at what do you think Auburn fans are thinking? Look at the performance that quarterback put up. That's the most offense they've 2 weeks in a row now. They put up 30 plus points, but yesterday that quarterback he played pretty well.
Come about the Auburn quarterback?
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked really good. That concerns me a lot because you know how Alabama is down in Auburn. We always have problems down there.
Wow.
So now Alabama could catch a loss against Auburn easily. I mean, if we were to beat Oklahoma, we might even be looking past Auburn to that stupid-ass SEC title game that we'll probably be in. I don't want to go to. Sooner says, hey, Outlaw, hey, Killer, hey, people, y'all hit the like button. Sorry, bro, but this week it's Sooners over Bama. Just is. Boomer. Roll Tide. Let me ask y'all for a favor now. This shit happened a few years back. Alabama beat Oklahoma in a playoff game. A bunch of people unsubscribed to the channel. So I'm just asking y'all for a favor. If Alabama does, by some small chance, win this game, y'all don't unsubscribe to the channel. I'm not going to come in here and grill y'all. I might play with y'all just a little bit, but I'm not going to grill the hell out of y'all like I would other teams.
No, that's bullshit, man. You should be able to grill us just like anybody else.
It'll happen, man. I guarantee you. If Alabama beats Oklahoma, I will get at least 5 subscribers. At least 5. Just because I'm associated with Alabama. By the way, the betting line that you was talking about, this insider has 7.5. Alabama is a 7.5 favor. The over-under is 56.5. I think I'd go with the under.
What is the money line? Does it tell you what the money line is?
Let me see. Oh, no. Shit. Got it up too high, I guess.
Oh wait, it said odds. Keep going. Go down.
It won't let me scroll because I got it zoomed in. It won't let me scroll right.
Oh, I got you.
Trying to get it right so I can see it.
Oh, there you go.
Still probably gonna do it, stupid shit. Oh well, I can't get it to do right.
Don't worry about it. I can pull it up.
Here it is right here. Maybe enlarge it real quick. I think this is it. Minus 440. Here's what minus 440 is money lines I'm talking about.
Yeah, wow.
What is minus 440? What does that mean?
That means you got to lay $440 down to win 100 if you're betting on Alabama. That's crazy to me. I mean, that means all you got to do is you can put up $50 on Oklahoma, and if they win a game outright, you're going to win 215, 210, some shit like that. That seems nuts to me. I would not have expected it to be that high. mean, but what do I know? I mean, the point spread's not crazy high like that. The point spread's a touchdown and a half. You know, it's not crazy.
I answered Lori in the comment section, but Lori asked me if I was going to the game. I'm not going to be going to the game, but I live a mile down the street from the stadium. I'm going to do a little Ubering before and after the game because I can make a lot of money doing that. And then I'll be over here at the house tailgating with some buddies. But I'll just be a mile down the street and I can hear them from my porch.
Yeah.
So
y'all do us a favor. Do us a favor if you're watching and hit that like button. That really helps us out. We appreciate that. Now
we got almost 40 people according to my numbers. We got 37.
Now that YouTube has demonetized us for posting Charlie Kirk videos, you know, the likes really help. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already.
All that shit's free. In other words, subscribe invokes that you got to pay for something most of the time, but not on YouTube. But what is your number saying over there? Mine's saying 35. What is yours saying?
26.
Yeah, some reason it on YouTube it sort of lags behind by about 10 or so.
I don't know why. By the way, is my audio freezing up or glitching at all?
Not yet. I haven't seen you yet.
And yours has just got this little bit of just a tiny lag, but I can deal with it.
Is it pixelating?
No, it's not.
Sounding robotic.
A little bit. Yeah.
That's because I don't have my Ethernet cable plugged up. I got had to bring the people out here for AT&T Wi-Fi, and they had to repair my box and be on the other side of my house here. So it might be I need to plug back that Ethernet cable back up so it has a better connection.
I got you.
We're here talking technical shit. Y'all see how smart we are?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take that Ethernet cable. It's pretty long.
You know what?
I'm gonna take the Ethernet cable. It's pretty long, and if Alabama doesn't beat Oklahoma, I'm gonna be finding me some Sooner fans. I'm gonna strap their ass with that Ethernet cable.
I'll tell you, you know, for Oklahoma, if they really want to, one thing that they've got to be able to do, I mean, they just have to be able to do this, is they have to continue the 100-game rusher streak. You know, Xavier Robinson or Torrey Blaylock, I think it probably has a better chance of happening with Xavier Robinson.
Well, our run defense is very good sometimes.
What's that?
Our run defense at times is not that great. So
It's
that might be
It's inconsistent. It's surprisingly inconsistent. It's not something I'm used to seeing from an Alabama defensive front. That's usually one of the strengths, or if not the strength of the team. It was the defining characteristic of that goddamn team the whole time Saban was there. That's for sure. And you know, the freshman offensive linemen, which we have 3, by the way, 2 true freshmen and a redshirt freshman, Eddie Pierre-Louis, along with Fasusi and Foje, the 2 true freshmen. They got to play well, and Xavier Robinson needs to run for over 100 yards. And if not Xavier, it needs to be Blaylock. Somebody needs to rush for over 100 yards. We need to rush the ball well again.
Alabama's key to win this game, in my opinion, is to come out passing the ball because that's our strength. And why would you go away from your strength? If someone was a running team and that was their strength, everybody would be saying, pound that rock, pound that rock. But for some reason, if a team's a passing team, people's like, you need to develop a running game. Well, if your passing game's your strength, why wouldn't you play that first and then open up your running game in like a vice versa kind of way?
Yeah. I mean, it's a great question. It's funny that you say that because when Oklahoma was having trouble running the ball and we seemed to be able to pass the ball okay earlier in the year, I kind of did think to myself, well, what is there really a problem with that? If you can, as long as you can effectively, you know, succeed with your passing game, regardless of your running game, then who cares? And if you
We're not
do,
stopping
if you are successful in the air, it should open up the ground game a little bit.
Right. If they're not stopping something, just keep doing it until they stop it. Right.
Yeah. But I mean, I will say, it just seems like in my years of watching football, at both the pro level and the college level, it does seem like if you are able to pound the rock, in other words, even when it's when it's 4th and 1 and they know you're gonna run the ball and you line up and you can run the ball anyway and get 2 or 3 yards when you need one. When you have that kind of a team that can run the ball effectively like that, it just seems like those teams are always going to be good teams offensively,
Plus, it's a traditional thought process. It's something that's been just banged into our heads that if you don't have some semblance of running game, you're going to lose. But same thing can be said about your passing game. If you don't have a semblance of a passing game.
No, but man, hear me out on this, because here's what I would say it's different. Because the thing is, when you can effectively run the ball, now you can effectively control the clock. And you cannot really necessarily do that with the passing game, and so
that was probably your biggest headache when Lincoln Riley was at Oklahoma. That was probably your biggest gripe, right?
Oh, it would drive me crazy, man. It would drive me crazy. Now, here's the thing. Lincoln, it's not like Lincoln didn't have a running game, because we had some good rushers. The problem would be that Lincoln would just go away from the run all of a sudden, and just not run the ball. And that would just drive me bananas. Because I just feel like, I just remember that national championship game between Nebraska and Florida, and what was it, 1995 or 96, something like that. 95.
I remember Tommy Frazier running through about seven. He went through about 7 tackles.
They just dominated. They just pushed Florida around the whole damn time. And the Florida couldn't do anything. Do you remember? I mean, dude, they couldn't do nothing. And they didn't. And Nebraska never went away from the run. They just kept on running the ball, dude. They just kept on running it throat.
That game ended up 62-24. By the way, I still remember that shit.
Yeah,
I still can see Tommy Frazier running through 7 or 8 players.
Yes, and
they had their hands on him. It wasn't like he eluded them. They had their fucking hands on him, and he still got away.
And you remember that Florida team weren't they they were the best passing offense in the country, and they were a prolific offense. They put up points, man.
They put up 24 in that game, but it was just a little too late.
Yeah, it was clear. It was clear. The difference in the trenches wasn't even close. So
Review Center says that Alabama always has good running backs. Well, this year it hasn't shown. I think we just can't block it. I think we're not a good run block team.
Yeah, I don't think it's I don't think it's that you don't have a running back. I think you just, for some reason, it's inconsistent. Because it's not like y'all can't ever run the ball. Y'all have had, there's been times when you run the ball just fine.
Yeah,
it's just been inconsistent.
So, what on the other side of this? What's the key for Alabama to beat Oklahoma?
Well, yeah, just start with right where I was talking about. If they can effectively shut Oklahoma down in the running game, and Oklahoma can't run the ball at all, I don't know if we can win the game. I mean, if they can make us one-dimensional, because here's the thing, Oklahoma is not. They are just not going to. As much as I would love them to be this way, because we were this kind of an offense for so long, we're just not now. We're just not that explosive offense, you know, that can necessarily score, you know, in at any time. I just don't think we're that team. We still don't, you know, John Mateer has not. We still don't have. Man, it's been like. It feels like it's been like 3 years since we've had any kind of a real vertical passing game. You know,
He hasn't been the same to me. Ever since the surgery, he seems a little off.
Yeah, I mean, we saw there wasn't a lot of it, but you know, they put up like under 100 yards of offense in the first half. It was like 92 yards, I think, of total offense in the first half. And they put up 252 yards, I think, or 253, something like that in the second half. So they definitely found something in the second half. He looked a lot better. He was a lot more decisive. He was getting the ball out of his hands quickly, confidence in his reads. He did have a really nice throw down the sideline to Satania, who seems to be his favorite target. You know, we just don't seem to have that kind of. We're just not a deep threat. We're not an explosive threat. So if you can shut us down on a run, I mean, I feel like
What's the most points that Oklahoma's given up this year in a game?
Was the Ole Miss.
How many they give up in that game?
What did we give up? 38 to Ole Miss or something like that?
I can't remember.
Let me see. Hold on, I'll tell you. I got it right here. We gave up. Come on.
So the key to Oklahoma winning this game, we probably both agree, is to establish that game and maybe keep the ball, try to possess the ball a little bit, keep Ty Simpson off the field. Although he hasn't really looked good the last 2 weeks, like Chris Camp says right here. Chris Camp says Ty's been slacking on the passing, played like crap last night, but still got the W because of the defense mostly. Yeah, our defense has been playing a lot better, but we have been known to give up sporadic big runs in the running game. So that might be Oklahoma's avenue to victory if they can. And like you said, vice versa, Alabama can shut down the running game and make Mateer have to win the game with his arm and not legs, because he can burn your ass with legs too. We've always had trouble with the running quarterbacks. Alabama's always had that boogaboo about him. If we can make him beat his arm, we might have a better chance at winning this thing comfortably.
You know, I think if Alabama's offensive line can neutralize our defensive front, you know, that's also going to go a long way too, because our defensive front is far and away the strongest part of our team. You know, those guys, for us to have a real chance of winning games, those guys just have to be getting pressure on the quarterback. They just have to be. They have to be shutting the run down, and they have to be living behind the line. And if Alabama's offensive line can keep them out of, you know, Ty Simpson's backyard, and
give him time now. He will pick you apart. So you gotta get that pressure on.
Josh Heupel sure did have his way. We gave up 34 to Ole Miss. That's the most we've given up by far. It's the only team we've given up over 32. We gave up over 20 points a couple of times, you know, but we've had a lot of games that were under 20.
Them Tennessee points were garbage points anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I'm just saying.
That's definitely true.
Playing a little prevent.
So what are you feeling like? Are you concerned after what you saw with LSU? Do you think Alabama's going to come back and that's going to give them the warning that keep, you know, kind of keep them on their toes? I mean, how are you feeling about it?
Like I said, you know, DeBoer's been consistent in a few things. You know, coming in the second half, not doing really well. That's one of them. Playing down the competition, that's another. He tends to play down to his competition and gets beat by teams that are 6-6 and 4-5, like Florida State's 4-5. That's consistent. That's what he does, man. the fact that Oklahoma is not one of those teams this year might bode well for us, that we're going to take y'all a lot more seriously than we did a LSU team that looked wounded coming in and a South Carolina team that didn't have a great record. So I'm hoping because Oklahoma is recognized as a top 15 school that Alabama's going to get fired up for this game and maybe win and maybe even cover the spread.
By the way, did you notice in that game last night, there were two former Oklahoma players playing for LSU, the tight end, Bauer Sharp, and the wide receiver, Nick Anderson, who was one of LSU's top, if not their best, portal grab when they got
injured. Nick got injured.
Nick left the game on crutches with a knee injury, and Bauer Sharp was the tight end that fumbled that ball and killed, that little bit of momentum LSU had going on that drive.
Well, I appreciate that.
And I thought when both of those things happened, I was like, oh, yeah, I remember that. Because that's what Bauer Sharp did at Oklahoma, and that's ultimately what Nick was known for, too, was being injured more than he was on the field.
Well, I'm not going to be like Booger McFarland and hope that someone steps on John Mateer's hand during the game, but I do hope that we keep him contained and don't let him run and let him maybe beat us with his arm. He hasn't got a bad arm either, so that might not work either. So,
well, I mean, the thing is, again, I'm very tentative to say that he's back, but it did seem like he got a little bit of his mojo, or at least he looked like what we saw in the beginning of the year. He looked more like that guy in the second half than I've seen, in a while. So, did he figure something out? Is it starting to come back to him? I don't know, man. It seems like a tough ask, to say he's going to have it all figured out against, on the road against Alabama. That just seems like that's a hard assignment, So,
Lance Foray has a question. Which of the two teams has more? I guess TFLs is what total fumbles lost,
tackles for loss,
tackles for loss. Which team has more tackles for losses? OU has more.
I can tell you. I had this up actually.
Speaking of fumbles, Alabama did have one, but that's not the norm for us. We're usually on the plus side of that. If we can get a few turnovers out of Oklahoma, that would definitely help our cause, especially with Oklahoma being on the road, that kind of deal.
Okay, tackles for loss. Oklahoma's number one in the country for tackles for loss, and maybe I'm missing Bama, but I don't see. Let's see.
Thunder OU Center says Nick Anderson is a team killer. Well, I thought he was doing pretty well for LSU this year until he got injured, right?
No, he wasn't, man. That's the thing. They
were hyping him up when he was injured over there. Greg McElroy and them were talking him up like, "Oh, he's great. That's a huge loss for LSU."
He is, but he was not having a great. He was not having a great year for LSU. I think he only had like 7 catches, or maybe it was 17 catches on the year or something. I mean, I don't think it was 17. I think it was only 7. I was very surprised to see what it was.
Lonesome Darkness says both defenses are too good not to have some turnovers. Yeah, I agree with that. There's probably going to be some turnovers in this game. It's just who makes the detrimental turnover that costs them the game.
That's going to be, another thing. Like one thing, Alabama is 56th in the country. That's going to be another thing. Oklahoma has not been clean on special teams. We've got too many penalties overall. Special teams is not clean. Penalties on special teams all the time. And we've been turning the ball over. Every game we turn the ball over. It seems like at least once, if not 2 or 3 times. So, can Oklahoma? It does seem like turnovers, like in any game, are going to be critical in this one too, because neither one of these, at least not as of late, neither one of these offenses have been tearing the world on, setting the world on fire. So you add a couple of turnovers in there, especially bad turnovers like pick sixes, or scooping scores.
That'd be great. I hope they'll give us a couple of those. That'd be great.
Yeah, I bet you do.
They make it a lot easier on us.
Yeah, I bet you do, you son of a gun.
So if Oklahoma does pull this out, if they pull the upset here on the road against Alabama, what do you think is going to be the key to that in the end? Besides
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Is there one thing that maybe you could see propelling Oklahoma to win this game besides the running game?
For Mateer to start, to actually have a vertical attack in this game, to have a deep passing game. I think if Oklahoma could add some explosiveness to their offense, one of the things that's great now, this is the running game, but Xavier Robinson has had long, 50, 60-yard runs for a touchdown in the last 2 games. So if we can get some explosive plays like that in the passing game, maybe some long touchdowns. What are you laughing at, man?
I was just thinking about something.
If we can get some long touchdowns in this one, I think that would be, that could be just as important too.
What y'all need to do, though, as far as explosive plays go, y'all need to wait until next week.
Oh, is that right?
You need to pull that shit out against Missouri.
Man, Missouri definitely not looking too good right now. Not looking
If
too
you
good.
do upset Alabama, Oklahoma upsets Alabama, I fully expect to win out.
If Oklahoma, that's the thing. If Oklahoma wins, then I think that they're in a
If y'all
really
play
good.
Alabama close, y'all still might be able to sneak in the playoffs. Especially if Texas loses to Georgia and Texas A&M, then that'll open up a spot for Oklahoma. Oklahoma can play Alabama close or beat Alabama. That's the key right there for them to get.
I agree. The way they look, if they lose a game, the way they look in that game and how competitive they are is a big deal. I'll say this. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think they get in at 9-3. I really don't. Obviously, I'm saying that with the assumption that there's going to be a lot of 10-2 teams across across all the other conferences, that there's just too many 10-2 teams.
The ACC is making it a lot easier though. They just shit the bed yesterday. All their top teams lost.
Yeah.
All got 2 losses and 3 losses. So the ACC crap in the bed like that probably opens up a spot for an Oklahoma or Vanderbilt even. If Vanderbilt wins out, they might be in.
Yeah, the G5 schools aren't helping themselves out either, to be honest with you.
They'll get one regardless, they're going to get one in.
And I'll tell you another thing that Big 12 got hurt, I think, with Texas Tech just beating BYU's ass the way they did. They beat their ass, dude.
Now that 29-7 score, like I said, it's not indicative of how dominant that shit was. They had to kick a bunch of field goals, or it would have been a lot worse.
I thought they ended up. How many? What was the final score?
29-7.
That's it?
Yeah, but they kicked a bunch of field goals, so it looked like they was just getting the shit beat out of them because they were going up and down the field on BYU.
Yeah,
but they kicked a bunch of field goals. So I think they kicked like 4 field goals or something.
I thought it was like high 30s. I just must have misread the score, but
it ended up 29-7.
they beat their ass, and to me that BYU was supposed to be their best team, and they didn't look good, So yeah, I just man, 9-3. I just don't know, man.
Random question from Crazy Anime Gamer: who do you think's the Heisman front runner now? The Mendoza guy from Indiana, maybe?
Well, he's definitely, now Indiana, didn't they barely win this past week? Who did they play? And they didn't.
Penn
They
State.
didn't. Who?
Penn State.
It was Penn. They won by 3, right? Something
Yeah,
like
they
that.
had to come back last minute without a timeout, drove the length of the field. He had his Heisman moment right there on the road at Penn State. Even though they're not that good this year, it's still a pretty big step for Indiana. Indiana was 0-13 in State College. They finally won a game at Penn State.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's why I feel like what Cignetti's doing is, I mean, considering what Indiana has traditionally been as a program, like, it's impressive, man. I mean, it is impressive, whether, it doesn't matter whether the Big Ten is not as strong as the SEC or not, which they're not. Still impressive. They are traditionally a piss ant school, and they are a legitimate contender to win their conference and to, make a run in the playoff. And who knows? Can you imagine if Indiana wins a national championship? How flipping weird would that be?
A lot of people don't realize this, but Notre Dame, who's a football traditional blue blood, supposedly they won a national title in 37 years, but they're from Indiana.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
How does that make Notre Dame feel if Indiana wins a national title?
That's what I'm saying, dude. It'd be unbelievable if Indiana won a national.
1988, what is that, 37 years now without a title? What's that?
Indiana, I will say this. In the modern era, Indiana is crazier. Is there a smaller, weaker, traditionally weaker program that has ever won a national championship if Indiana wins it, any other than Indiana? I can't think of one.
I don't know one. The last one I remember was BYU back in 1984.
But Indiana's way crazier than BYU, right?
Yeah,
Maybe
BYU's always had traditions of winning 9 or 10 games a year. Indiana was a team that was going.
So it is. It's way crazy. Yeah, it's way crazier than BYU.
It's almost sort of like the Kansas State.
There would be no equivalent. It's crazier than like if an Oklahoma State would have won one, or like, or even the ones of like Georgia Tech in '91, or
Well, Georgia Tech had tradition before that. They used to be
that's my point. It's crazier than that. That's my point. Like,
I think could match it with Kansas State pre-Bill Snyder. They were the worst team of all time of any division winning percentage, Division 1, 2, 3, whatever. And Bill Snyder, what he done at Kansas State would be the only one that could come close to what Cignetti's done. And he didn't win a national title. He won a couple of Big 12 titles, but he didn't win no national title.
No, he didn't. So it'd be the nuttiest thing, man. I can't even believe it. I just can't.
I think the last first-time program that broke through was way back in the 80s, the Miami Hurricanes. Because Miami almost shut their program down in the 70s. They were going to shut it down, and then Howard Schnellenberger come in and put them back on the map. And Miami's the last team that come from nowhere, and that was almost 50 years ago.
Yeah, it's just nuts. It's just nuts. So yeah, we'll see what happens if Oklahoma ends up 9-3. I'll say this, and I mean this sincerely: if they end up 9-3, which I think is probably what's going to happen. If they end up 9-3 and don't make the playoff, I consider it a successful year. I really do.
Oh, definitely.
Even though they didn't look great at times, I consider it a successful year if we end up 9-3.
Daniel Looney says the main things, no injuries, many compelling matchups. As long as it's close, I think both teams will be fine. How is the injuries on Oklahoma side? Alabama's got a few nicks and bruises, but we're pretty much healthy.
We've got Kobe McKenzie and was injured, and R. Mason Thomas got injured in the last game. I'm not aware of the status. I'm guessing somebody in our chat probably knows the injury status of R. Mason Thomas and Kobe McKenzie. Those are the two main ones, you know. By the looks of R. Mason Thomas in that last game, I would be kind of surprised to see him back to healthy again already. That would surprise me.
He needs to take off one more week. He needs another week off, man. Give him a break, man. Give him a break, man.
Kobe McKenzie,
let him stay, man. Let him have a little vacation.
The nice thing is this, I don't mean this in an Eddie Haskell kind of way. I'm not trying to be a smart aleck, but I really is as significant of injuries as both of those are, because Kobe is a starting senior linebacker and he's damn good, and R. Mason Thomas is the best player we have on defense, probably certainly our best rusher, and but we've got great depth, at both of those positions. And so even if those guys can't play at all, it's not the end of the world,
Lance Flores says he sees Alabama 31 and Oklahoma 27. Got another prediction about the same. Sooner Man 94 says Oklahoma 31, Alabama 26. He just reversed the score. So Lance Flores says Indiana's a basketball school, not anymore. Their basketball team sucks.
I'm gonna save my my score prediction for a little bit. I'm gonna hold off on that. Just
I was going to actually fixing to get that. I was going to ask you. You wanted to go ahead and give us a score.
Not yet. Let's wait a little bit. Unless you want to give your score. You want to give your score?
Yeah, I'm probably fixing to have to cut it here in a second because I got to go eat. My wife done got me some chicken and dumplings in there ready. So,
all right. What's your score prediction?
I'll have to go ahead and hit that up. So I think if Alabama would stop trying to force that damn run up the middle, if we're going to run the ball, we need to just try to run outside tackles, man, or something. Stop trying to run that shit up the middle. I'm not really in the know as far as Oklahoma goes on the outside on the tackles. You might be able to tell me if they're good against the run on the outside or not. But running all up the middle didn't do us any favors last week. We're going to have to, if we run the ball, it's going to have to be on the outside. And I think we need to pass the ball a little bit more. Even though I know the diehard old school people don't want to hear that shit. We need to pass the ball more, set up the run. And if we do that, I think Alabama can win this game 28-20.
So crazy you say 28-20. Okay, 28-20. Well, I'm gonna break it down like this. We haven't given up over 30 points all year, except one time, which ironically was at home. We actually, have some wins on the road, so I'm gonna say we hold Bama under 30. And I'm also going to say that we found something in the running game, which is going to allow our passing game to open up as well. And I'm actually going to say Oklahoma takes it 28-24.
All right.
Which I actually don't really like that, because I typically I like to give a funny number, so like 28. So maybe I'm going to go 28-25. Oklahoma.
28. If you depend on Alabama's field goal kicker to make a few field goals, you're not going to get that funny number. We don't get funny numbers because our field goal kicker sucks a big old wee. He screwed us yesterday. He missed a chip shot field goal, man. He's just not that good, man.
Really?
I don't know how good your field goal kicker is, but ours ain't that good.
Oh, our field goal kicker is great. Daisy
I
Dukes.
forgot about Daisy Dukes, man.
Yeah,
Forgot about
right.
Mr. Daisy Duke over there, man. I forgot about old Daisy Duke, man. He might be the winner.
yes.
He might be the savior. He might be what this game comes down to. Alabama can't make some field goals, and Oklahoma can. It may be the thing that kills Alabama.
Hey, let me tell you something. I don't care. I hope that son of a bitch does come out in Daisy Dukes. As long as he can kick it and kick 55-yard field goals in them Daisy Dukes, that's fine with me. Because we ain't had, the way you described your kicker is the way I would describe our kicking game for the last couple of years before this. And we always had pretty damn good kickers over the years. And the last couple of years, I'm just praying to God they hit the PAT. So it's and I will admit it looks gay as hell to me. I mean, I don't know why that boy wears them damn shorts that look like that.
I think that it's sort of smart because if you don't have anything restricting your knee, you can probably swing it a little bit harder. You ain't got nothing on your knee there. I'm thinking he might be able to swing that ball a little bit harder. He might just put a jock strap and a thong. Who knows?
Maybe, listen,
if he beats Alabama, we'll just start calling him King Dingaling.
if he has figured out that shorter shorts improve performance, he's a gay genius. That's all I'm gonna say. Props to him. Larry Trewicki, Corn wins again, 7-3. 7-3. Larry Trewicki is happy tonight.
Yeah, I'll be moving up a little bit. Daniel Looney said 27-24, OU, and Lori Rogers said enjoy the chicken dumplings. Lori, if you don't, maybe you should maybe coach your boy up on how to wear those Daisy Dukes. You wear those Daisy Dukes, Lori?
Come on, Lori. I listen, man. Again, I'm not even kidding. I don't care what he wears as long as he kicked 4 field goals. One of them was over 40. I'm pretty sure.
And he had 2 55-yarders.
And the third one was like 52, or he had a third one over 50.
Putting barely over 50. This was like mid-50s.
No, he had 2. He had 2 at 55, and he had one. The other one, but he had was over 50 as well.
Alabama needs to send a goon in there and cap his knee one good time.
Hell no! Don't you pull no damn Nancy Kerrigan. Don't you turn your heart on my boy, man. Don't you do it.
No Kerrigan that shit, boy.
Don't you send Galooly after my boy, man. Why?
Thunder OU Center says those shorts are just like regular gym shorts for guys. I don't know about all that, man. Them things are pretty tight.
I don't care if he came out in assless chaps. If he can kick 55-yard field goals, I'm good.
Y'all got Magic Mike out there kicking the damn ball,
That's
man.
right.
That shit's not right. I'm gonna tell him to call a penalty on that shit. I'm gonna be like, that's
out.
cheating. That's cheating, man. That's cheating.
He can come out whatever he wants, man.
And
He can come out in Daisy Dukes, assless chaps, fucking neon thong. I don't care. If he's kicking 50-yard field goals and he did it at clutch times, that's the other thing. He's proven that he can kick under pressure.
I'm gonna file a complaint with the SC office tomorrow. Make sure his ass ain't wearing them pants. He's gonna be wearing some regular pants so he can't kick good.
Yeah. And Larry Trewicki wants to know if we think Deion leaves this year leaves Colorado. Yes, absolutely. Finally, it's now so clear to everyone that he sucks that what Jesse and I have been saying ever since he, was at
we were saying that shit when he was winning ball games. We were
saying that when he was at Jackson. I mean, we were saying that before he was at Colorado, man. The guy is a gimmick coach. That's what he is.
He couldn't even win a Celebration Bowl, man. He has not won any championships at all as a coach. At all, man. He couldn't win the Celebration Bowl. He went to the Celebration Bowl twice and lost it.
And, dude, they ended up winning that damn game after he left. They won the Celebration Bowl.
They come now. I think they're 8-2 this year.
So yeah, he's gonna leave because now the media is starting to turn on him too. There's quite a few people I've seen in the media that
I think that he stayed this year just to prove to everybody that it wasn't about his son. I think he done that just to prove that point.
100%.
Now he's proved that point. Now he's like, well, see, I stayed a year. Now I can move on. And plus, my health is bad.
I thought you meant he was trying to prove that he could win without his sons.
Well, he might have been trying to do that too. I'm sure that's what he was trying to do as well.
But I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's more likely that what you're talking about.
He might try to stay another year. Unless Colorado is willing to fire him, he might stay another year just to prove people wrong.
No, dude. Have you seen that clip of that video clip of him talking to the media after that loss? Not this. It wasn't after the loss yesterday. It was after last weekend's loss. And he comes in there and he sits down. It's just him. There's no one with him like he usually has. No players with him. And he says, "Hey, we're just gonna go right into questions. It's all on me. It's all on me. Y'all just come. There's no players with me. It's because it's all on me. It's all on me. So go ahead." So somebody asked him a well thought out question, and they ask him, and he's like, "I don't know. If I knew that, then it wouldn't have been a problem. It's all me. It's all me." Like he's not even really able to. He's not even trying to communicate. You know what I mean? Like he's so out of his league, man. Which sounds crazy considering how good he was as a player. But as you and I both know, being good as a player doesn't mean jack with regard to how good you may or may not be as a coach. It's irrelevant. If anything, I see it almost as a handicap because you got to be frustrated. It's got to be frustrating to try to teach something to someone that comes so easy to you that might be very difficult for them, at least at first.
Well, it's like the whole Magic Johnson experiment when he coached the Lakers for what?
Great example.
What did he coach, like 6 games before he quit?
Great example. Well, he did that and then he quit and then he came back and coached for a while again, but he was never very good. I don't even think he was a 500, coach. I don't even think his overall record was 500.
Michael Jordan's he was smart about staying in his lane most of the time, except for the baseball shit.
Yeah.
And we all think that he maybe did that because he was trying to avoid a gambling investigation. But Michael Jordan said he could never coach. He said, I'm way too hard on myself and my teammates back in my day. I would be terrible as a head coach.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Deion, and then when you take his health into consideration, how bad his health apparently he's really not in good health at all. So
right.
I would be shocked if that dude is the head coach of Colorado.
He's probably definitely going to use the health thing as his excuse for quitting, which I'm not saying really an excuse. He might really be bad off, but at the same time, it's just convenient that it works out for him like that.
Now, I will say this, the overall question you got to ask yourself once Deion leaves really is, was it worth it? Was bringing him in as the coach worth it? You and I said from the jump that this was a gimmick hire, that it was going to get him a little bit of press at first, but it wasn't going to last. And just like we said that, it's proven to be just like that. But here's the question to ask yourself. If he leaves after this year, was it worth it? Because because in some ways, if they can go out and this time actually hire a legitimate coach. You know, in a weird way, I would say it maybe still was worth it because it did kind of breathe a little bit of life back into them because they were dead before that.
Well, we'll only know that when he leaves and they hire a coach and see how well he does. But that's the only way we're going to know that, right?
But if they can,
what I don't get is them retiring his son's jersey. I can understand retiring Travis Hunter's jersey. Travis Hunter won the Heisman Trophy. Okay? He won the Heisman Trophy. Yeah, he deserves his shit retired. But Lulu Sanders did not deserve his jersey to be retired for going 9-4 and 4-9. 9-4 and 4-9 or whatever it was, that makes you barely 500.
I thought it was a very weak, horrible look for Colorado. I thought it was a joke when I first heard it, and I had to
It's probably the most blatant nepotism I've ever seen.
It just makes no sense. What did he do as a quarterback to have his number retired? What did he do? They had way more. I mean, dude, Cordell Stewart was way better than flipping Shaka Zulu Sanders.
He made it, man, to the Alamo Bowl. And then BYU beat the shit out of him.
I mean, but I mean, dude, so I don't know. It just seems like that was that's one of those things that makes me question their leadership, to do something like that.
Well, Colorado's pretty, you know what they are, politically speaking. We all know what Colorado is. They tried to take Donald Trump off the ballot and take the choice away from the people.
Oh, yeah.
And before y'all get me and call me a Trumpster, which I did vote for Trump, but it's because he, to me, was lesser of two evils. I'm not a Republican, but you know what Colorado did, man. That state is just, they all liberal and stuff, man. Liberals hijacked the Democratic Party and just destroyed it, and they're still destroying the Democratic Party, in my opinion.
Yeah, they definitely.
Well, hey, brother, I'm fixing to have to get up off of here and
all right,
go in here and eat supper with my wife and whatnot. But so your final score is Oklahoma 28, Alabama 24?
Alabama 25.
Alabama 25. I'm taking Alabama 28 and Oklahoma 20.
There you go. All right, my brother. Well, I will be in touch, man. I'll talk to you during the week.
All right, brother. Take care.
Hey, man.
That was Killer Breeze. Your consummate Oklahoma roughneck, as I like to say. And as I said before, if you want to donate to the program, it's coming across the screen. Money dollar sign JPC316 on Cash App, JPC316 on Venmo. Got demonetized for resharing Charlie Kirk videos. So that's the only way to donate to the program. With that, I'm out of here. KMCA to all the other teams. Class now dismissed.